Joining us to talk more about the 2024 election, NewsNation correspondent-at-large, Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo, so good to see you. So good to have you on the show tonight. Let's start with Michigan. Let's start there. Of course, a crucial battleground state. Biden won by about 150,000 votes in 2020. Let's talk about this. With some Arab American voters defecting from voting Democrat over Biden's support of Israel, do you think we'll see Michigan flip for Trump this time around? And can Kamala Harris win the White House without Michigan?
I don't know about the math. I guess it is possible, but you don't want to lose any of those blue wall states. Natasha, I'm delighted to join you. I think that Trump has been successful in Michigan with the message that Trump is for peace, Harris is for Israel. The 100,000 uncommitted in the primary that you noted is an indication of the power of this sleeping giant. The Arab Americans in Michigan, Dearborn, a city overwhelmingly Arab American. So I think that there are definitely reasons for Harris to fear Michigan slipping. The war is grinded on. It's just been awful. Over 40,000 Palestinian dead. Many of those militants, but also some women and children. It's a hard road to hoe. It's very, very painful, obviously, to these folks who have relatives back home. Of course, I hasten to add that the Palestinians started it, or the Hamas started it with October 7th, and they still hold over 100 Israeli hostages. But my goodness, we would be totally unhuman if we didn't understand or sympathize, at least in part, with the Palestinians who have relatives over there who are really enduring hell. Over 40,000 dead, as I said.
I hear you, Geraldo. I do want to ask, I know that you endorsed Kamala Harris for president. How are you feeling about her odds 3 days out?
I think she's still a long shot, Natasha. I think that Trump, it's his to lose. You just saw him, on stage, just riffing, rapping, ad-libbing. He's so good at it, so charismatic. He's a very, very formidable candidate. He came out, he came from, everyone wrote him off after January 6th. And now to see him so competitive, if not ahead, I think that Kamala Harris has her work cut out for her. I also, however, think that she is much better as a campaigner than she has been. I think that she's connecting better. She's got more of a spark, more of a charisma herself, not as committed to memorized lines. They may be memorized, but she delivers them much better than once she did. And I think this whole thing about women and gender, we talked about the cloud of the Arab American. My goodness, what about American women? The gender gap is real. Here in New York, it is quite stark to see how many people are politically engaged and how many, particularly women, are absolutely committed to the victory of the vice president in this hotly contested race. But this far out, just 3 days out, I just, Natasha, think that it is way, way too close to call. Certainly, it's above my pay.
You are not alone in that. Geraldo, have you given much thought to what will happen after the election? Are you concerned about a peaceful transfer of power?
I am concerned, and that is the principal reason that I endorsed Kamala Harris over Donald Trump, who is a friend of mine for decades, because he cannot be trusted. As he showed January 6, 2021, can't be trusted with the peaceful succession of power. He put his own interests ahead of the Constitution of the United States. He stabbed the Constitution in the back. And I think that for those reasons, it is extremely, that's why we're so edgy. It's not a regular election. It's a Trump election. And if he loses, my goodness, what's he going to do this time? So I'm very concerned about that, Natasha.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.